Answering big social questions is tricky and often needs a pragmatic approach such as a mixed methods design. This design allows us to use data collected from both quantitative and qualitative methods to provide an understanding of a social problem that neither would have been able to provide on their own.
In the Paid Parental Leave Evaluation project, we wouldn't have been able to answer the research question adequately had we not used both quantitative and qualitative research methodologies. For example, one key aim of the evaluation was to determine whether there was evidence of progress towards promoting equality between men and women. Using survey data, the evaluation found that very few fathers used paid parental leave. But through qualitative interviews, we were able to determine why they weren't using it. For example, many fathers said that they couldn't take leave that was paid below their regular wage because their family would suffer financially. This suggests that fathers might be more likely to take more leave after having a baby if it's paid at a higher rate, information that's difficult to gather when relying solely on survey data.
There are 3 basic mixed method designs, as well as a number of advanced designs. I will briefly describe each of these designs and then I will provide examples of how I am using the advanced designs in my own research. The convergent parallel design collects and analyzes the quantitative and qualitative data separately and simultaneously. The results from both datasets are compared to understand where they relate or diverge. The explanatory sequential design collects and analyzes data using a quantitative design followed by a qualitative design. In this type of design, the qualitative data is used to explain the quantitative results. The exploratory sequential design collects and analyzes data using a qualitative design followed by a quantitative design. In this type of design, the qualitative findings are used to develop interventions or surveys that will be tested using a quantitative design. Now moving on to more advanced mixed methods designs. These designs always incorporate at least one of the basic designs, which is added to a larger framework such as an experiment or case study. In one of the largest social science evaluations in Australia, the Try, Test and Learn evaluation, we are using an embedded mixed methods design to answer the social question, what works to reduce long-term welfare dependence? For this project, we have embedded qualitative methods within a quasi-experimental design to examine the effectiveness of 53 Try, Test and Learn interventions. The types of data we will use are population-level administrative data, survey data, and interviews. The aim of this research project is to produce high-quality policy evidence about the effectiveness of these interventions. This helps the Australian government identify approaches that work, who they work for, and under which circumstances. In the Principal Leadership for Parent Engagement project, we use a multi-phased mixed methods design to answer the social question, how do we increase parent engagement in student learning and well-being in disadvantaged school communities? This design incorporates a complex set of phases of separate studies that have the same overarching objective. In this project, the overarching objective was to increase the parent engagement school culture in disadvantaged communities to improve student outcomes. In line with the principle of this design, this project has 4 phases, and each phase has built on what was learned in the previous phase. In Phase 1, we conducted a baseline survey of principals and P&C presidents from all Queensland state schools. The findings revealed a small subset of disadvantaged schools who had positive parent engagement school cultures. In Phase 2, we selected 4 of these disadvantaged schools. To understand what was happening in these schools, we collected data through focus groups with teachers, parents and students, interviews with the principal and P&C president, and surveys with teachers and parents. The findings were triangulated and revealed a number of effective parent engagement strategies being used in these schools. In Phase 3, we expanded the data collection of Phase 2 to 8 schools and added the collection of video data to develop a parent engagement toolkit and professional learning course for schools. In Phase 4, this course was trialled in 8 disadvantaged schools. This phase used a quasi-experimental design using school-level administrative, achievement and survey data to assess the effectiveness of the course over time. Using mixed methods designs in these projects have enabled stronger results than we would have achieved if we had used these research methods independently.